Coming up on 5 Minute News. More than 3,800 dead as Turkey and Syria respond to earthquakes. Record-breaking theft of cryptocurrency by North Korea. And majority of Democrats don't want Biden to run again. It's Tuesday, February 7. I'm Anthony Davis. Rescuers in Turkey and war-ravaged Syria searched through the frigid night into this morning, hoping to pull more survivors from the rubble after a 7.8 magnitude earthquake killed more than 3,800 people and toppled thousands of buildings across a wide region. Authorities feared the death toll from Monday's pre-dawn earthquake and aftershocks would keep climbing as rescuers looked for survivors among tangles of metal and concrete spread across the region beset by Syria's 12-year civil war and refugee crisis. Survivors cried out for help from within mountains of debris as first responders contended with rain and snow. Seismic activity continued to rattle the region, including another jolt nearly as powerful as the initial quake. Workers carefully pulled away slabs of concrete and reached for bodies as desperate families waited for news of loved ones. Tens of thousands who were left homeless in Turkey and Syria faced a night in the cold. In the Turkish city of Gaziantep, a provincial capital around 20 miles from the epicenter, people took refuge in shopping malls, stadiums, mosques, and community centers. Turkish President Erdogan declared 7 days of national mourning. US President Joe Biden called Erdogan to express condolences and offer assistance to the NATO ally. The White House said it was sending search and rescue teams to support Turkey's efforts. The quake in one of Turkey's southeastern provinces set residents of Damascus and Beirut rushing into the street and was felt as far away as Cairo. It piled more misery on a region that has seen tremendous suffering over the past decade. On the Syrian side, the area is divided between government-controlled territory and the country's last opposition-held enclave, which is surrounded by Russian-backed government forces. Turkey, meanwhile, is home to millions of refugees from the civil war. More than 7,800 people were rescued across 10 provinces. The region sits on top of major fault lines and is frequently shaken by earthquakes. Some 18,000 were killed in similarly powerful quakes that hit northwest Turkey in 1999. North Korea stole more cryptocurrency assets in 2022 than in any other year and targeted the networks of foreign aerospace and defense companies, according to a currently confidential United Nations report seen by the Reuters news agency. North Korea used increasingly sophisticated cyber techniques, both to gain access to digital networks involved in cyber finance and to steal information of potential value, including to its weapons programs, independent sanctions monitors reported to a UN Security Council committee. The monitors have previously accused North Korea of using cyber attacks to help fund its nuclear and missile programs. North Korea has previously denied allegations of hacking or other cyber attacks. The sanctions monitors said South Korea estimated that North Korean-linked hackers stole virtual assets worth $630 million in 2022, while a cybersecurity firm assessed that North Korean cybercrime yielded cyber currencies worth more than $1 billion. The UN report noted the techniques used by cyber threat actors have become more sophisticated, thus making tracking stolen funds more difficult. A majority of Democrats now think one term is plenty for President Joe Biden, despite his remarks that he plans to seek re-election in 2024. That's according to a new poll from the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research that shows just 37% of Democrats say they want him to seek a second term, down from 52% in the weeks before last year's midterm elections. While Biden has trumpeted his legislative victories and ability to govern, Poll respondents suggest that many believe the 80-year-old's age is a liability, and the possibility that the world's most stressful job would be better suited to someone younger. Democratic candidates performed better than expected in the 2022 midterm elections, a testament to Biden's message that he is defending democracy and elevating the middle class. Democrats expanded their control of the Senate by 1 seat and narrowly lost their House majority, even though history indicated there would be a Republican wave. Overall, 41% approve of how Biden is handling his job as president, the poll shows, similar to ratings at the end of last year. A majority of Democrats still approve of the job Biden is doing as president, yet their appetite for a re-election campaign has slipped despite his electoral track record. Meanwhile, an ABC Washington Post poll this week showed that twice impeached disgraced former President Donald Trump had a 48% to 45% advantage over the incumbent president. Biden's approval rating in the poll of 1,003 people reached its highest mark, 42%, since April. The poll also found that Republicans were nearly evenly split on wanting Trump to be the nominee in 2024. You can subscribe to 5-Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5-Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5-Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.